So, today we're diving into something called the Provenance Blockchain. Now, this isn't just another crypto project, it's a technology built from the ground up to be a fundamental upgrade for our entire financial system. We're going to explore how it plans to replace the old, creaky machinery of finance. Let's jump right in.
You know, it all really starts with a pretty simple question. We live in this age of instant everything. Instant messages, instant deliveries, yet our financial system, a lot of the time, feels like it's completely stuck in the past. It's slow, it's overly complicated, and it just wasn't built for the digital world we actually live in today.
So, to really get the solution, we have to talk about the problem first. Think of the global financial system as this massive network of old, maybe even broken pipes that were all laid down before the internet even existed. Yeah, they get the job done, but barely.
And this right here really paints the picture of the core difference. The old way is slow, it's expensive, and you can't really see what's going on inside. It's opaque. The vision Provenance is building toward is the complete opposite. It's fast, totally transparent, and accessible to everybody. It's a huge shift in how we should think about finance. You know, these problems really boil down to three big flaws. First, the infrastructure is just old. I mean, think about it. A simple international wire transfer can still take days to settle. It's wild. Second, there's a serious lack of transparency. The whole system kind of operates like a black box, and that just erodes trust. And finally, the barriers to entry are just too high, creating this two-tiered system where the best financial products are often kept for a very select few.
And get this, the cost of just maintaining this old system is absolutely staggering. Financial institutions can spend up to 75% of their entire IT budget just keeping the lights on. That's money that isn't going toward innovation or better services for you and me. And you can bet those high costs eventually get passed right down to us.
So, how do you fix those broken pipes? Well, you don't waste time patching them. You replace them with something modern, something built for today. And that's exactly where Provenance Blockchain comes in. It was designed from the ground up to be that upgrade.
So, what exactly is Provenance? Well, it's a public, proof-of-stake blockchain. Public means it's totally open and transparent, not like that old financial black box. And proof-of-stake? That's its security model. Instead of burning massive amounts of energy, network validators stake their own tokens as collateral. It's kind of like putting down a security deposit to guarantee you'll do your job right, which makes the whole network super efficient and secure.
And it does all this through three core functions, or pillars. First is ledgering. That's just creating a secure, unchangeable history of every single transaction. Can't be messed with. Second is the registry, a real-time single source of truth for who owns what. No more confusion. And third is the exchange. This is what allows assets to be swapped instantly and directly between two people, with zero costly middlemen. The entire swap happens in one single step, which guarantees nobody can lose their assets in the process. It's pretty cool.
But here's the thing. Technology is only one part of the equation. For a network like this to really take off, it needs a vibrant community of people participating. So let's take a quick look at who's actually involved.
The Provenance ecosystem is really made up of 5 key groups. You've got the validators keeping the network secure, institutions creating new assets, users like you and me who interact with everything, delegators who help secure the network by staking, and auction participants who really help drive the economy. It's a total team effort.
Let's just zoom in on those validators for a second. You can think of them as the guardians of the network. They're the ones responsible for processing all the transactions and making sure the blockchain stays secure and running smoothly. And for doing this super important work, they earn rewards in the network's own token.
And that native token is called hash. It's really the lifeblood of the whole Provenance ecosystem. It's used to pay for transaction fees, for staking to help secure the network, for voting on big decisions about the future, and even for buying assets in on-chain auctions. It has real, tangible utility baked right into its design.
Okay, so now that we've got the basics down, let's get into some of the really exciting recent upgrades that are making the network even more powerful and decentralized. We're talking specifically about fees and the hash token itself.
So, one of the biggest headaches for businesses on many blockchains is the wild, unpredictable nature of transaction fees or gas fees. They can spike like crazy without any warning, making it impossible to budget. Well, Provenance completely solves this by using a flat fee model. This means costs are consistent and predictable, which is an absolutely critical feature for any serious financial application.
So you might be wondering, where do all those fees actually go? Well, for general network stuff, 60% goes straight to the validators for securing everything, while the other 40% goes into something called an auction pool. But And this is key, for asset settlement fees, 100% of those fees go into that same auction pool. This creates this awesome, self-sustaining economic engine that directly links the value being created on the network back into its own economy.
There's also been a huge rebalancing of the token supply recently. The total number of hash tokens is being cut way down, from 100 billion to just 1 billion. That makes each token a much scarcer asset. On top of that, a big chunk of tokens were returned to the foundation with the specific goal of reinvesting in community growth. The whole point of these changes is to push for greater decentralization and create a network where more people can participate.
So what's next? That's the big question, right? Let's take a look at the roadmap and see where Provenance is headed in the near future.
The 2025 roadmap is pretty ambitious. They're talking about standardizing on-chain data to make it way more transparent and useful. They're also introducing smart accounts, which could mean finally ditching those long, complicated private keys for things like biometrics and passkeys. The plan also involves expanding to other big chains like Ethereum and Solana to get more liquidity flowing. And it's all going to be brought together in a brand new, unified hub.
And here it is. We've got a first look at that hub, which is called Provenance Pulse. Now, while this is just a concept for now, imagine a single streamlined dashboard where you can manage everything. You could track your assets, jump into auctions, stake your hash, and get real-time insights on the entire network, all in one place. This is the vision that's being built right now. This quote really just nails it. It gets to the core of the whole strategy. Provenance isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's focusing on the three things that blockchain technology is just incredible at: creating an immutable ledger, a verifiable registry of who owns what, and a platform for direct peer-to-peer exchange.
You know, by stripping away all that complexity and just zeroing in on these core strengths, Provenance makes a really compelling case. It's designed to be faster, cheaper, way more transparent, and more accessible for everyone. So I guess the question that leaves us with is this the upgrade our financial system has been waiting for all along?